Okay, let's talk about something we do, I don't know, thousands of times a day without even thinking about it. Speaking. We're about to dive into the absolutely incredible biological risk we take with every single word and, get this, how understanding one single evolutionary design flaw could totally change your fear of public speaking forever.
It all starts with this. This is a truly wild fact. I mean, think about it. We are the only creatures on the entire planet that can literally choke to death just by trying to talk and eat at the same time. So how on earth did we end up with this bizarre, dangerous anatomy? Well, that's the mystery we're going to unravel right now. And the answer. It all comes down to a super high-stakes evolutionary trade-off. To get the incredible gift of speech, our species basically sacrificed a fundamental safety feature, the ability to eat and breathe without, potentially dying. What's so crazy is when you look at other mammals, in almost all of them, the tube for breathing and the tube for eating are completely separate. They don't cross. But in us, our larynx, our voice box, actually dropped lower down in the throat. Now this was great for creating a space for speech to resonate, but that one little change created a dangerous crossroads for every breath we take and every bite of food we swallow.
And this analogy just nails it. Your throat isn't some simple pipe. It's a chaotic intersection with no stop signs and no traffic lights. Every single time you swallow, this tiny little trapdoor, called the epiglottis, has to slam shut at the perfect millisecond to keep food from going down the wrong pipe into your lungs. It's like a game of Frogger happening inside your neck with every single bite. So, because of this built-in hazard, every word you say is actually a stunningly complex physical performance. It's a biological high-wire act that your body just pulls off, flawlessly, thousands of times a day.
Okay, let's take a word like this one. Laryngopharyngeal. It literally means relating to the larynx and pharynx, which is right where this dangerous intersection is. Just to say that word, your brain coordinates dozens of muscles in this high-speed, perfectly timed ballet. It's an insane feat of speech gymnastics, and it's all happening right there on the edge of that biological cliff. So here's the trade-off in black and white. The benefit? That dropped larynx gives us this amazing resonance chamber for all the complex vowels we use. But the cost? Well, it puts our airway and our food pipe right in the same path. And our supermobile tongue, which is great for articulating words, is the very thing that pushes food directly over that open airway. It's a wild design.
And yet, here we are. Our very existence is proof that evolution made a bet. It decided that the ability to connect, to share ideas, to build communities through speech was a much bigger survival advantage than having, safer plumbing.
Okay, so we've got the physical risk down, but that physical risk casts a long psychological shadow, and it's one that a lot of us know really well. This is the big question, right? If our anatomy was literally redesigned to take this huge risk just so we could connect with each other, why does the idea of speaking to a group fill so many of us with absolute terror? It's because stage fright isn't some modern weakness. It's a prehistoric survival instinct. For pretty much all of human history, if you were judged poorly by your group, by your tribe, and you got cast out, that was a death sentence. That ancient alarm bell is still hardwired into our brains today.
But here's the amazing part. Knowing all of this actually gives you the power to reframe that fear completely. You can literally flip the switch on that ancient anxiety.
See, the whole dynamic changes the second you stop worrying about being judged and start focusing on providing value. When you stand up and teach an audience something fascinating, like this very biological trade-off we're talking about, you're not seeking their approval anymore. You're giving them a gift.
And that one simple action short-circuits the fear. By giving value, you're signaling to that ancient, terrified part of your brain that you are a helpful, contributing member of the tribe. You're not at risk of being kicked out. You're actually strengthening your place within the group.
So I want you to remember this. Your body is living proof of how important your voice is. That dangerous, brilliant, and slightly flawed piece of biological engineering in your throat exists for one reason and one reason only, so that you could be heard. You were built for this.
Now, knowing about this risk isn't just a cool thought experiment. It really comes with a responsibility to know what to do when that design flaw turns into a real-life emergency. So let's quickly walk through the essential rescue protocols.
For any adult or a child over 1 year old, just remember the 5 and 5 rule. First, tell them to cough. Really encourage it. If that doesn't work, give 5 firm back blows right between the shoulder blades. Then 5 abdominal thrusts. That's the Heimlich maneuver. Just keep repeating that cycle.
Now, for an infant under 1, the method is totally different, and this is crucial. Never ever use abdominal thrusts. Instead, you lay the baby face down along your forearm, supporting their head, and give 5 firm back slaps. Then, turn them over and give 5 quick chest thrusts with 2 fingers right in the center of their chest.
And what if you're ever alone and choking? First thing you do, call 911. Immediately. Then, you can use a hard object, like the back of a chair or a countertop, to perform abdominal thrusts on yourself. Just drive your abdomen into it with quick, forceful upward movements.
And finally, a few special cases to keep in mind. For someone who is pregnant or has a larger body size, you'll want to perform chest thrusts instead of abdominal ones. And if anyone becomes unconscious, lower them to the ground safely, call 911, and start CPR right away.
This really brings us full circle, doesn't it? We all carry around this strange, risky anatomy as a constant reminder of a decision that evolution made a long, long time ago. We take the risk, we push past the nerves, because for us humans, staying connected to the group is survival. It's everything.
Your body is running on this incredibly capable, but yeah, kind of glitchy hardware that hasn't had a safety update in about 50,000 years. And yet you use it every single day to connect with people. You were literally, physically built to take the risk of speaking. So the only question left is, what are you going to say?